Have you ever wondered if a coin in your pocket, one that looks completely ordinary, could secretly be worth a life-changing fortune? What if I told you that a 2006 1-cent coin from the United States, yes, just a regular-looking penny, has been valued at an astonishing $22 million, making it one of the most extraordinary and mind-blowing stories in numismatic history? Welcome to a tale so rich in suspense, mystery, and unexpected twists that it will leave you questioning every coin you've ever handed over for change. But what exactly makes a coin that's supposed to be worth a single cent explode in value by millions? Could it be a mint error? A mysterious metal composition? A production anomaly? Or perhaps a secret tied to a limited batch of coins quietly released before being noticed by the general public? As we unravel the riveting journey behind the 2006 1-cent USA coin, prepare yourself for a story that merges American minting heritage with a discovery so rare that collectors have fought tooth and nail to even get a glimpse of it. The journey begins in the Philadelphia and Denver mints, where routine penny production was in full swing in 2006, a year not particularly known at the time for numismatic fame. Over 8 billion 1-cent coins were struck that year, all part of the familiar Lincoln Memorial reverse design that had been in use since 1959. Yet among this overwhelming ocean of copper-plated zinc coins, a few anomalies began surfacing in obscure coin forums and collector communities, rumors of 2006 pennies that displayed peculiar characteristics, sharply doubled dies, unusual luster, off-center strikes, and most notably, a coin that seemed to be struck on a foreign planchet, sparking whispers of an unintentional mint mistake that would later be called one of the most significant in modern coinage. Imagine a penny that weighs slightly off, ringing differently when dropped, or bearing a texture or tone that doesn't quite match its peers. These subtle signs are often the first indication of something extraordinary. And that's exactly what happened when a seasoned collector from Ohio stumbled upon what he thought was a regular coin until he placed it under a 30x magnifier and discovered an abnormality that would change the game forever. What he had in his hands wasn't just a cent, it was a masterpiece of unintentional rarity, a coin struck using a 95% copper planchet, which was officially discontinued after 1982, making its presence in a 2006 coin virtually impossible under standard mint operations. The discovery triggered widespread debate. How did a planchet from more than 2 decades earlier make its way into a modern striking process? Was it an oversight or a deliberate test strike? Investigations pointed to a scenario where old planchets might have been accidentally mixed in with new batches during a changeover, or perhaps a forgotten stash of copper blanks was mistakenly fed into the press. Whatever the cause, this wasn't just a minor error, it was a historical revelation. What made this penny even more fascinating was its state of preservation. Graded MS-69 red by PCGS, it displayed full mint luster, zero visible wear, and razor-sharp details, a condition that sent shockwaves across the numismatic world. Auctions went wild. Early estimates put its value at a few $1,000s, but bidding wars escalated the price exponentially. One anonymous bidder, known in collector circles as the Copper King, eventually secured the coin at a jaw-dropping $22 million, making it the single most valuable modern cent ever sold. But why would anyone pay such an outrageous amount for a penny? The answer lies in rarity, provenance, historical significance, and a perfect storm of error, timing, and condition. Rare error coins have always been prized, but when such an error involves a discontinued metal composition, a perfect strike, and verifiable mint origin, it transcends into legendary territory. Furthermore, 2006 was a transition year in coin production, not in terms of design but in equipment modernization. With new die preparation methods and planchet handling machinery being phased in, the probability of unnoticed anomalies increased, especially during night shifts or low-audit production runs, when an older planchet might slip through. Coin experts and historians were baffled but intrigued. How many of these coins could actually exist? Are there more of them out there hiding in jars, drawers, or forgotten piggy banks? Could someone right now unknowingly possess another multimillion-dollar coin without realizing it? This mystery sent the collector community into a frenzy, with enthusiasts across the globe examining their 2006 pennies under microscopes, hoping to find a similar gem. Some even went as far as purchasing sealed mint sets from that year, cracking them open in hopes of discovering an overlooked anomaly. Other valuable 2006 1-cent coins started surfacing, albeit not at the same price tier. Coins with off-center strikes, severe die clashes, double dies, missing clad layers, and even broad-struck examples were bringing in anywhere from $1,000 to $12,000 depending on grade and clarity of the error. One 2006 penny graded MS-67 with a triple strike error brought in $19,500 at auction due to its spectacular minting flaw. Still, none could match the mythical $22 million copper anomaly that has now become the holy grail of modern American pennies. Museums have even approached the current owner for exhibitions, and rumors circulate that the Smithsonian once offered a rare trade involving a 1793 chain cent in pristine condition. As unbelievable as it sounds, stories like these continue to drive the passion behind coin collecting, because it isn't just about currency, it's about discovery, history, and the thrill of the unknown. Could the next multi-million-dollar penny be in your house right now? Could it be one of the coins you got as change from a grocery store or one tucked away in a forgotten piggy bank from childhood? The idea that ordinary individuals can uncover such life-altering treasures fuels the excitement of the numismatic world. Stories have emerged of children, retirees, and even school janitors stumbling upon rare coins that changed their lives, and with the internet now allowing near-instant validation and access to appraisal services, the barrier between ordinary and extraordinary has never been thinner. Experts now recommend always checking for date anomalies, weight differences, off-center designs, and especially the infamous copper tone in post-1982 pennies. A simple magnet test, scale measurement, or visual inspection under magnification might reveal details missed by even seasoned collectors. This makes the 2006 1-cent coin not just a story of wealth, but a lesson in paying attention to the little things, because in the world of coins, tiny details mean everything. The story doesn't stop there. Since that historic auction, the fame of the $22 million penny has inspired documentaries, podcasts, and even a planned feature film dramatizing its discovery and the frantic race to authenticate it. Hollywood producers have reportedly consulted with the collector who found it, using his real-life experience to craft a suspense-driven narrative about the thrill and disbelief that comes with realizing you found something worth more than most houses, cars, or even some professional athletes' salaries. This dramatic retelling will only increase interest in the coin and possibly even raise its value further, especially if public demand continues to grow. Just imagine holding in your hand a piece of metal worth more than a Rolls-Royce Phantom, a beachside villa, or a year's tuition at Harvard, yet looking no different from the thousands of coins you pass by every day. That's the paradox and magic of the 2006 1-cent coin. It's the kind of story that makes people dig through their drawers, search garage sale jars, and inspect every coin handed to them, all in hopes of finding the next one. So if you've made it this far in the video, ask yourself, when was the last time you really looked at your change? Could you be missing out on a fortune hiding in plain sight? Before you toss that next penny aside, think again, because history has shown us that the most unassuming things often carry the greatest value. And who knows? You might just be the next lucky person to uncover a coin that changes your life forever. Thank you for watching this incredible story of the 2006 1-cent USA coin that shook the world of collecting with its staggering $22 million price tag. If you enjoyed this journey into hidden wealth, mysterious mint errors, and once-in-a-lifetime discoveries, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more amazing stories like this, and turn on notifications so you never miss a future episode filled with numismatic wonder and millionaire surprises. Next 2012 1-cent USA coin today. Have you ever wondered if a single penny sitting quietly in your pocket could secretly be worth millions? What if I told you that a 2012 1-cent coin, something so ordinary and overlooked, has made headlines by being valued at an astonishing $20 million? Would you believe that a coin many people have spent without thinking twice might hold the key to unimaginable wealth? Welcome to this jaw-dropping journey into the world of US coin collecting, where history, rarity, and mind-blowing mint errors converge to create stories that captivate collectors and investors alike. And today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating tales in modern numismatic history, the legendary 2012 Lincoln cent that shocked the world with its massive price tag, Uncovering how a coin worth just a cent in face value became the center of collector obsession, fierce auctions, and even mystery, and why owning one today might just make you the next millionaire. So stay with us till the very end and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're passionate about coins and their hidden fortunes, because this is one video you won't want to miss as we unravel everything from minting secrets to collector mania, and by the time we reach the conclusion, you might be left checking your own change jar hoping you struck gold without even knowing it. Now, let's begin this incredible ride with the background of the 2012 1-cent coin, minted at the Denver Mint and part of the Shield reverse Lincoln cents that started in 2010. These coins were meant to symbolize the preservation of the Union and the strength of the nation, featuring a bold shield on the reverse and President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. Yet most people consider them nothing more than pocket change, churned out in the billions, but beneath the sea of ordinary coins, there emerged a coin that stood out from the rest, not because of its composition or regular design but because of a bizarre, possibly once-in-a-lifetime mint error combined with striking rarity and perfect preservation that made it the holy grail for collectors who understood the intricate science and art behind coin grading. Now imagine this: in 2012, over 4.4 billion 1-cent coins were produced at the Denver Mint alone, which would suggest that none of these coins could ever be rare, yet within this massive production run, a small batch of coins, maybe even just one or two, were struck with a rare double die obverse error that created a dramatic doubling effect on the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date, 2012, and that alone makes it a key discovery in U.S. coin history. But what makes the story more surreal is that this coin was found in nearly uncirculated condition, showing minimal wear and tear despite being a business strike meant for everyday transactions, and when submitted to a top-tier grading company like PCGS or NGC, it received an MS69 red grade, just 1 point away from perfection, which skyrocketed its value in the eyes of seasoned collectors and set off a frenzy that would ripple through the numismatic world. So what caused such an error in the first place, and why is it so rare that people are offering millions for a coin they could have once had in their own pocket? The answer lies deep within the minting process, where hundreds of tons of pressure strike blank copper-plated zinc planchets to create coins, and sometimes, a damaged or improperly aligned hub can cause inscriptions and images to double ever so slightly, an occurrence known as a double die error, which is different from a common machine doubling as it's present on the actual die itself and replicates across every coin struck by that die, meaning only a finite number can exist before the die is replaced. And in the case of the 2012 cent, the double die was identified on a very small number of coins, likely less than 5, with only one in nearly perfect mint state condition, and when this specimen surfaced at a major coin show, authenticated and graded by professionals, the bidding war began, with initial offers climbing from a few thousand to tens of thousands, and then a stunning bid of $1.2 million shocked attendees, but that was only the beginning, as a private collector, reportedly from Europe, offered an unheard of $20 million to secure this coin, believing its historical significance and rarity would only increase over time. And this is where the story takes an even more thrilling twist, because now the coin is not just a collector's dream but a symbol of investment and historical preservation, protected under secure conditions, insured for its full value, and displayed only under limited, high-security exhibitions. And if you're wondering why such a modern coin could be so valuable, the answer lies in a unique intersection of timing, rarity, and condition. Unlike older coins where value is built over centuries, modern-era coins can leap into extreme valuations overnight if the right conditions are met, and in the case of the 2012 cent, all three converged with electrifying results. And now collectors across the world search 2012 penny rolls with magnifiers, hoping to find even a trace of the double die pattern, sparking what some have called the modern-day gold rush of numismatics. And it doesn't stop there, because stories have emerged from coin dealers who claim to have seen similar but slightly worn versions of the error coin, leading to a new wave of speculation and the formation of online communities dedicated to studying and authenticating 2012 cents, with videos, guides, and coin hunting tutorials going viral as everyone wants a piece of this million-dollar mystery, and as people scour coin rolls from banks, estate sales, And forgotten drawers, the legend of the 2012 D1 cent coin only grows larger, feeding a nationwide obsession and reviving interest in coin collecting among younger generations who are now motivated by the real chance of uncovering a fortune hidden in plain sight. And while some critics argue that such high valuations are inflated or driven by hype, the numismatic market has consistently shown that rarity combined with high grade and visual appeal drives long-term value, and this coin, being so scarce with such a spectacular story, ticks every box of what collectors desire, from the symbolic design to the flawless strike and the undeniable error, and now it's etched in US coin lore forever, even being featured in collector journals, online auction archives, and documentaries about modern coin collecting phenomena. And if you're sitting there thinking, could I possibly have one of these coins? The answer is yes. If you've ever come across a shiny 2012 D penny, you might just have the jackpot in your hands, but you'd need to look closely, very closely, preferably under 10x magnification to spot the doubling on the inscriptions and verify its condition, because even the slightest wear can dramatically lower the value, though still possibly making it worth thousands depending on the severity of the error. And remember, the ultimate example that reached the $20 million mark was in near-perfect condition, which is why coin preservation is so vital for collectors. And in this age of increasing interest in tangible assets, many investors are turning to rare coins as a way to diversify portfolios, and coins like the 2012 D-cent with documented sales history and museum-grade certification become prime targets for wealth storage and legacy creation. And now the question is, will the next $1 million coin come from another modern year? Or is the 2012 D-cent a once-in-a-generation find? Only time will tell, but what's certain is that its discovery has reignited the magic and mystery of coin collecting in a way that hasn't been seen in decades, turning the humble penny into a legend. So next time you get change back from the grocery store or stumble upon an old coin jar in your attic, take a second look. You might just be holding a treasure worth more than a luxury mansion. And with that thrilling thought, we wrap up this incredible journey through the unexpected world of the 2012 D1 cent coin that took a 1 cent value and turned it into a $20 million sensation. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the astonishing true story of a penny that changed the game, be sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts or findings in the comments below, and most importantly, subscribe for more mind-blowing coin stories that might just lead you to your own $1 million discovery.